Oh, I love being silly. Hello. Hello. It's me. It's the SLG. I need to finish the story review because I'm away next week for reasons, basically. Yeah, it's whatever. So yeah, I want to get this done. I want to finish this tonight. Because then when I come back now next week or the week after, I can just get cracking straight into the story. Right, let's see how long this takes then. Let's get into it. Chapter 7. As we enter the aisle of the church. Also, I've been messing with the audio to try and get the right balance for everything, because I had the VOD from yesterday and it was just the music was hardly hearable, so I sounded crazy. Excuse me. Right. Chapter 7. How's the dream? The one. By stone I should be staying less and the light train is best to shine through the darkness. The light train. It's no veil, yeah. Posing. No jingle. Side of them, but for different reasons. Severe would what happened if she can see Jack, what would happen to him? Well, this time is consumed, would it kill him? What if she couldn't save him? Terry Reynolds would Sophia, what would happen to her? What if she gets self-killed? Was like Joyce Rhea, she'd say, live in the chamber. To the side of the chamber stood Hunter and Marina. Cynthia told them to meet her there for an important announcement. They went for the night. McKenna's hours had been discussing something yesterday when the trio turned up. As soon as Hunter saw Sophia, he knew what was going to happen. He didn't want Sophia dragged into this at any cost. He knew the dangers of what he did. He knew his life was on the line every time he went out to the... Hang on. Hang on, where's the beginning of the sentence? There it is. As soon as Hunter saw Sophia, he knew what was going to happen. Right. He didn't want Sophia dragged into any cost. He knew the dangers of what he did. He knew his life. And he knew something like break up that sentence. He knew his life was on the line every time he got something. He did not want Sophia to be a part. He could help it, but he also knew Sophia. Once it reminded something, there was no change in this, and this was the same. He didn't say, sorry, he wasn't really asking either. I thought you would have something from doing this. Terry shot evil eyes back on until she responded. Hey, what do you think I've been trying to do? It's your fault that she's here in the first place. If you hadn't gone, then that's correct. Terry was interrupted as... No. As Sophia put her hand over for the Terry to stop her. She didn't care who was trying. She didn't care about who was trying to do what for what reason. Let's shorten that to who said what. What? Who did? No. Let's keep that simple. She didn't care about who said what. All that mattered was that she was here and she was going to save Hunter no matter what. The trio stood next to the central chamber as Cynthia looked unexpectedly at Hunter. Hunter, your new students are here. Her charm back in full display yet had no effect on Hunter. He knew full well what she was trying to do, and she wasn't going to give her the satisfaction either. He turned around and headed off towards the main doors at the far end. Your new students are here, he said to... Oh, and yeah. Is this where they... Yeah, so this is where all punctuations come in. Lovely. Your new students are here, he said something in the passage, he opened the portal and walked straight through and disappearing before the portal closed. Sophia could have run after him, but at this point it was safer to stay where she was. Luna sighed as he turned back to the trio. My apologies, said Luna. Hunter is always disappearing because of a habit, regardless. Boss. What is in that with me? Sophia is okay, but you want to make her herself. Okay, so you want... Therefore you're here to witness an induction. Luna turned to Sophia and smiled. Well, I'm glad to see you are joining. I very much appreciate the help, unlike Hunter who doesn't shoot anything. I'm here to help Jit. Sophia said as Sophia stopped herself. Given where she was and what she was about to do, perhaps it will be best. Perhaps it was. Perhaps it was best for her to address her former partner with the name he currently has. It will protect his identity. It will protect his identity, plus it might open up a bit to her. Sophia took a moment to get her hopes for starting again. Good. I may tell Hunter from whatever is hitting him, see if I can get him to open up about his problems. Hunter, open up. No, that seems correct. He's a closed book, he's not going to open up for anyone. I got him to open up to me. It doesn't make sense putting them as open and not open up. Hunter, open, he's a like... You want him, it's specifically saying open up about his feelings, not just necessarily open in general. He needs to open up as an individual. I got him to open up to me, and they did fine, I'll do it again. Luna's taken back into this. You hadn't seen this out before. I'm surprised at the fire she brought. Luna decided it best to be a silent observer and stayed put to watch the induction. Sophia then returned to the central chamber, the archway giving way to the octagon floor, and the spirits floating around it. She stood on the edge of the chamber and looked up beyond the tap. Watching the spirit. She stood on the edge of the chamber and looked up beyond the chamber to the tower. And looked up beyond to the tower? No. She stood on the edge of the chamber and looked up beyond to the tower. Watching the spirits drift around aimlessly as if they were waiting for her to approach. So he's in the process. Here's how it works. You will stand in the middle of the chamber and allow the spirits to come to you. Break up that sentence. The spirits will fly around you, most of them will. You're looking to make connection with one of them. Break up that sentence. It's hard to describe what that means, but based on what I've been told, you'll know when you find the right one. Once you find the right spirit, you must then open your heart in a figurative sense, and allow the spirit to enter your body. Once the spirit enters, they will begin to make connection with you. Break. Once the connection is complete, you and the spirit will be fused and you will complete your transformation as a nightmare killer. Sophia listened intently, taking it all in. Break. As daft as it all sounded, it wasn't as daft as anything else she'd seen recently. She'd seen or heard. She did have one question though. Will it hurt? For a bit, Luna replied from the side. It's not consistent pain, it's an initial shock from the connection. Once the connection is complete, pain resides. No. No, keep that. It's repetitive connection, but I think that works. With the question answer, she looked into the chamber. Punctuate. This was it, no turning back now. She was going to do this for Hunter to save him. Get rid of that sentence. Even if it meant giving up everything she'd ever known, she knew this was what she wanted to do. As she took her first step into the chamber, she was stopped as Terry put an arm out in front of her. Terry had been taking all of this in. She still didn't know if Sophia was doing the right thing. She still didn't know if she should step in and remove Sophia by force. She didn't know a lot of things. She still didn't know if Sophia was doing the right thing. Hang on, there's a lot of repetitive. Or replace all of that with an or. Sophia was doing the right thing, or she didn't know a lot of things, but she had to know if Sophia really wanted to do this. Sophie, you sure about this? There's no turning back unless it's soon with no turning back. As soon as you commit, you can't go back to your own things will never be what they used to be. Are you sure this is the right thing to do? Terry now no concern there was. The character was one that Sophia barely heard, and he was when Terry thought she was in danger. Sophia took him now. Took him on the low red aside for the history of this. Punctuate that. She went around the town. There's no unlock things I'm sure but this is what I promise you. I know what I'm doing. I know this is right for me. Taylor Sophia, the face of the timber. When Sophia said I to something was on full display. There was no doubt in Terry's mind. This was what Sophia wanted. Even if she tried to stop Sophia, she was to find a way to get what she wanted. Terry knew arguing any further was pointless, so she moved around backing Sophia. Sophia said, I could turn her into the central chamber, and nothing to stop her. She was now ready to begin the abduction program when I make it. With the termination set to the chamber, made her way to the central point. As she stepped into the chamber, the spirit started flowing at speed and excitement. Okay. Sophia looked up at the spirits, buzzing around the tower, wondering which one of them would be her spirit. As she gazed up, spirits started to fight and approach her. Sophia started to feel that same sensation through her body again. The twinging, as Cynthia called it. Break. Faint feelings of power spread into her body with each spirit that approached. It was, where's the break? It was overwhelmed that she tried to focus the spirits flying around her and then leaving. Each one of them bringing a new sensation. Sophia closed her eyes and took some time to do some deep breathing. She wanted to get used to this new feeling, then she could focus on finding the spirit. Terry was only concerned. She wasn't sure if Sophia was doing well or not. Break there. She was sure Sophia was doing well. I'll sit here in the Luna when I'm faced like this. Right there. They knew what Sophia was going through. Luna thing for himself, so he was no concern. They knew it was just a matter. Another few minutes, Sophia was to control this new feeling. I wasn't overwhelmed before. They were still present. She opened her eyes and saw the spirits flying in front of her. Now she focused on finding the one. She started looking around at the spirit. In her presence, each of them looked the same. Break that sentence up. Each of them looked the same. A floating white orb with faintness coming off them. Yet she was now starting to connect them. She could now feel the presence of each individual spirit, though she couldn't make out anything about them. She was also famous in them by "You'll know when you find the right one." Though she could connect with each spirit, she wasn't comfortable with them. Break there. There was just something about them felt off, not right. That felt off. Yeah. The present. They didn't feel right to her. Having examined all the ones around her, she looked up the tower at the other spirits. At the others. At the rest? Tower of the rest. As she was gazing her eyes upwards, her eyes focused on one particular spirit now, because I want to emphasise it looks no different from the others, currently floating on the edge of the tower, almost afraid to fly down. Break there. Yeah, there was something different about this one. Again, Sophia couldn't work out exactly what it was, but it felt different from the other spirits. Break there. Confident, relaxing, a calming presence. Makes it all friendly and comfort food. There was something about the spirit that felt right. She started to focus on the spirit and was inviting it to come down. The spirit seemed to receive the message, and it slowly flowed down towards Sophia. The other spirits, seeing this, decided to scatter as they moved away from Sophia and back up the tower. Sophia held her right hand out as the lovely spirit descended until it sat in Sophia's palm. Now, she was truly feeling the connection. Whereas before she was just feeling the sensation of power and patches, now she was feeling it all over her body. She looked around. All the other spirits. Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy. This is my story of the Nightmare Killers. You can do exclamation story if you wish. To read what's currently available, I'm just taking tonight to edit it, basically. But thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy. Now she's treated with a connection, whereas before she was meant to see apparent patches. Now she looked around, all the other spirits had flown back up to the tower. It was just her and this one spirit in the chamber. Break there. She looked back to the spirit. This must be the one, she thought. She started to focus on the spirit. Sensation started to grow. Break there. Really? No. Systems grow. More and more as she focused on the spirit, she could start to sense feelings coming from it. Break there. Curiosity. Timidness, shine. Curiosity, timidness, shine as well, so warmth, safety, security in the spirit. From what she felt, it seemed like it had been nervous at first, but now had opened up. I like opened up. I think that's a nice phrase. But now I'd opened up to the thought of making a connection with Sophia, much like Sophia herself. This was the one there was no doubt in her mind, and no doubt in the spirit either. Sophia closed her eyes. I think we've gone. Love it. This was the one that was no doubt in her mind, no doubt in the spirit either. Sophia closed her eyes, started taking a deep breath, and focused on opening her heart, whatever that meant. She She tried to open herself to the sensation she was now feeling. Hoping that if she managed to sustain the connection, she would be able to make it permanent. After a few minutes, she felt the spirit moving from her hands towards her chest slowly. The spirit stopped. The spirit stopped just before her chest. Sort of a trepidation from it. And break there. She tried to assure the spirit that this was the right thing to do. That they would be safe from that they would be safe as fear. Trepidation started to pass. The warm feeling of comfort came from the spirit again. The spirit change that to it, so we don't double. The spirit now reassured moved into Sophia's chest and disappeared inside of her. Terry watched on as all of it was unfolding. Sophia seemed to be actually break there. Sophia seemed at peace with herself and it was what she thought to be. Next page. 38. Her own past Sophia got used to the spirit inside her before a surge of power shot through her. She opened her eyes as the surge started to spread and increase at an alarming rate. Break. What am I doing? Break. Her body wasn't able to contain the power that was. No, that makes sense. Yeah, her body couldn't contain the power. And it was causing a lot of pain. She started screaming. She started to scream as Terry suddenly got concerned again. She looked towards Cynthia, who was non-fazed by what was happening. Cynthia saw her face and spoke to reassure her. This is the twin gene. The spirit and Sophia refusing. Don't worry, it's part of the process. We'll run soon. His companions were where they didn't understand to his concern, but they were enough to stop her from running into the chamber. She looked over to Luna, who was also non-fazed by the events. Break there. He noticed Terry looking and gave her a knowing nod that everything was fine. Terry looked at Sophia and knew she was trusting the right people. Sophia keeled over, clutching her stomach. The power and pain increased exponentially. It felt like neither of them were going to end. Beams of light started appearing over her back, intensifying and multiplying. The more the power grew. She tried as hard as she could to fight it, to hold it back, but it just kept swelling. Eventually she could hold it no longer. As she allowed the power to take over, double her, over, her arms flung back as she screamed towards Tal. The beams of light now multiplied as they shot out from all over her body, creating a and the end of the word for body. Body. Bug. Oh yeah. Body. Frame. Core. Bodywork. Creating. Creating a mass of light, an area of light. A mass of light. They shot out of her and spread across the entire chamber. The other three had to shield their eyes. The children now bathed in light. No one able to see anything, only the Sophia screamed clearly. After a moment, the light started to die down, and the screams started to get quieter. The trio of them had to adjust and move their hands down to see into the chamber again. While Cynthia and Luna looked on. Terry looked on in shock, her eyes and mouth open. There in the middle of the chamber, head down, eyes closed, was Sophia, but not as they remember her. Wow. I guess you want combined? I'll use when combined. Okay. While Sophia had originally been wearing an old hoodie and jeans, Dad had anticipated something in favour of something more extravagant. The hoodie had been replaced by a red and gold corset. Tight in nature, but not too tight to restrict her movement. Excuse me. The colours created a vertical stripe pattern across each stripe, glistening in the light of the. Break that sentence up. Each stripe glistened in the light of the other spirits with brown string tied at the front of the corset. As for the jeans, they were now a pair of brown trousers with gold buttons adorning the front. Trousers were high-waisted and sat just above the stomach, overlapping with the corset. The trousers went down to her new brown boots with a slight heel, about an inch in height, with red strapping around the heel and gold hold strap in place. With her arms now exposed, the trio knew she was wearing arm gloves that ended just before her elbows. The red, gold and brown now combined in creating an almost flame-like pattern as it rose up from her elbow to her fingers. The gloves were also fingerless, exposing a new red and gold nail. On her face sat an arm and a killer name. It was pointed, and her half mask. Sophia's mask was more rounded. It covered her eyes, part of her cheeks and part of her forehead, as it rounded off towards the ears. The red and gold created another flame pattern that rose from the cheeks and towards the forehead. Her hair had also been tied up. Break that sentence up. Whereas previously loose, now it sat in a ponytail with a deep neck scrunchie, the ponytail flowing down the back of the course. The trio took over to the and the transformation was complete. The initiation of them. Sophia took a moment and she kneeled on the ground. The pain also subsided. Break there. The power she felt was still there, but now it became more manageable. She was still constantly looking power. Break. What to deal with it, what to do with it. She wasn't entirely comfortable with it, but she had control of it. It was all a very new experience for her. It was all new experience for her. She wasn't going to let that stop her. She stood over her eyes, looking inside and just to her surroundings. The spirits were all flying above, near the entrance of the tower, observing her. To her right was a trio looking at break. Cynthia leaned on a small right hand as she had seen a ghost. Sophia wasn't entirely sure why Terry was so gobsmacked. She much further breeze on her shoulders. Which she didn't feel was right. She was in Sophia like down and and suddenly realised that change. She was stood up in shock and realised she was wearing new boots. The heel throwing her off balance. Break here. She took a few paces to the left before she was able to stay and someone not fall over. Sophia now standing to them over her new clothing. Break. Corset and trousers, the boots, the gloves, where they all come from. She didn't bang his arm and where they were all close together. She looked around for Mrs. Joe, where it looked hidden. She put her hands on her face and felt the mask on her legs. The mark of someone who had merged with spirit. It was there on her face. She tried to pull the mask off but couldn't. Break. It felt like it was stuck. It felt like it was stuck to her face. She didn't want to pull too much in case she pulled at her skin. Suddenly all this was real. She had done it. she had done it, she would never kill her. That meant terror was writing the same again. You knew all this. Had entered the chamber to sort Sophia. Break. He watched the panic in her and she looked at a new form and realised what she was going through. Break. Luna had been through the same self when you went through the ritual. You wanted to try to reassure her. How are you feeling now? Wait for what she's going to say. Luna looked up to him, trying to muster a sentence because everyone was struggling to find the words. Luna saw this. Decided to interject. Don't worry, I know it can be much at first, but you will get used to it, I promise. The clothing you're wearing now represents the union between the vessel and the spirit. Break. It reflects the ideals of the vessel which the spirit used to project the clothing. Ideals, thoughts of the earth, she wondered exactly what ideals were being projected. Excuse me. My apologies. More thoughts were now racing through her mind, but she managed to pull them all together so she could ask one question to Luna. What happened to her? I'm not entirely sure, he replied. We are the power transform between states whenever we transform. Between states. Break here. Whenever we transform into a normal state, the clothes we wear suddenly try to think around it. And then break there. No, get away. Think about returning to your normal state before you transformed. As ridiculous as that sounded, it was as far-fetched than anything else she'd heard recently. So Sophia closed her eyes and willed the power to disappear. After a moment, the power inside of her started to fade. She felt a tingling sensation on the body. As she opened her eyes, all her clothes started to glow white. Break. The living colours about the nose were a massive little white shape. The blob started to move up and then take the form of her original clothing before the bright line shining from it started to fade and disappear as her original clothes returned. Now she's wearing front. That's what I just did. There we go. Now she was wearing her hoodie, her jeans, her drinks, everything she was wearing before break. The mask had disappeared off her face. She was back to how she arrived. Her hair had also changed where break. Where it had become a long ponytail, now it was hanging loosely. So listening with her hoodie. The power in her body also disappeared, almost like it was never there. Once again, she was Sophia. Break. She looked suddenly confused. Exactly how did this work, she wondered. Luna recognized this and shrugged back. In all their research, Luna, Cynthia, Bex, none of them could figure out exactly how this process worked or how it was possible. But was the reverse possible, Cynthia thought, because she transformed herself back to anything. She closed her eyes and started to will the power back to her. Almost immediately she felt the power returning to her. Break here. She opened her eyes and once again her clothes turned bright and transformed into a new look. Break here. Back to the ponytail as well. Now the power was flowing through her again, but the pain had now disappeared. Break. So he was so trying to send the power and had to control it. Terry and Cynthia were still stood at the edge of the chamber watching all of this. Terry wasn't really sure what to make of this. Break. She had seen Sophia go through pain, confusion, determination. She wasn't sure. And determination. She wasn't sure as Sophia felt about all this. She looked at Cynthia, was looking back at Terry, realising she hadn't seen any of this before and maybe easily confused by all of that. We're getting there. So the nodded towards Sophia to say, Terry, it's okay, you can go. Terry nodded back and made her way slowly towards Sophia. I'm still not entirely sure if something would happen to her if she stayed in the chamber. Sophia started tapering a reassuring smile. So how do you feel, Terry? It still hurts. No, Sophia replied. Pain is now gone and the power he's feeling when it's room is incredible. That'll be the spirit that works, said Luna. You and the spirit are getting used to each other, feeling each other out, which is important. In combat, both the vessel and spirit work together as one. Break. Though you may be the one who face with nightmares, the spirit is just important in guiding you through these battles. So how does she fight then? She has no weapon to speak of. She does hold her hands. She excuses how he's able to shield a weapon, pull out of thin air. Then she remembered Hunter. Break. There. When she first saw him at the courtyard, he produced blades out of nothing as she could see. She wanted to space her hands out, palms upwards, while she produced blades of it. A tingling sensation began in her hands, and the surge of power started building up in them. Suddenly a sparkle started to materialise in front of her, a shimmering glow. The same glow she saw from the courtyard with Hunter. The sparkle started to stretch out far across her palm, one thing in nature, then widen at the end of the right side. The sparkle eventually gave way to an object, materialised and dropped into Sophia's hand. She was taken back by the weight of the object, particularly since there was so much weight on the right side, as she managed to maintain a grip on the object. And from materials took a moment to look it over. The handle of a new weapon was very long, about 6 foot. She guessed so longer than her. Though it wasn't. Break here. It wasn't very thick. Though she could wrap her hands around her. She knew a small she knew small lines of red and gold spiraling, smooth in nature and easy. Small lines of red and gold spiraling around it, yeah. Wooden handle, smooth in nature and grip. The left hand handle, what she assumed was the bottom, was a small metal ball. Though she was a familiar weapon, she recognised that the metal ball was there to give the weapon balance and to counteract what was at the other end, a giant blade. The blade in question must have been around 2 foot long, meaning the weapon in total was reaching over 8 feet in length, far taller than Sophia's. The blade started off straight but eventually gave way to a curved 3.5 crescent shape. It was also quite wide, measuring around a foot across, far wider than the handle. Surprisingly, the blade was super thin. This created a flat blade with a wide surface, wide enough to sit a teapot on. By this time, Sophia joined the group in the chamber as the others weapon. None of them were exactly experts in weapons. So Cynthia and Luna had seen a few weapons in their time, but could hardly call themselves experts. They all mulled over it for Sophia. But the silence. I'm not quite sure what it is, perhaps a twisted spear or some sort. It's a glaive, Sophia replied. Hang on, give me something else. Yeah, give me that. Sure, give me that. It's a glaive, really nice to have pole on music and it's able to kill. Sophia suppressed herself. The words she had just spoken came out as if she naturally knew what they were. Yeah, she had never heard of these words before. Glaive, polearm. She'd never studied these kind of things before or taken interest in them before. Yet yeah, here she was confidently talking about women she spent her entire life around her. Taylor was also taken aback. She'd never heard Sophia break. She'd never heard Sophia talk about these kind of things. Gladys would confidently was Sophia something with the history buff. She had to question her. How did you know wrongly? I don't know, Sophia replied. It was just a feeling I had, it just felt right. That would be the spirit imparting the knowledge to you. Luna stepped in. Spirits work to help you understand how to wield your weapons. Go ahead, try using it. Sophia looked at the glaive. How was she ever going to do something like this? And yet a strange feeling in the back of her head knew exactly how to. She took a few steps back and turned to some empty space and not hurt anyone. She then took hold of her glaive, her left hand at the back, the right hand towards the front. How do I describe this? Yes. So I am accurate, yeah. So it's the left at the back. She then took hold of her glaive. Oh, sorry. There we go. Left hand at the back with her right hand towards the front. Actually, I need to quickly do something. Now back in a minute. Right, sorry about that. There we go, right. She then took hold of a glaive, right back to this. She took hold of a glaive, the left hand at the back with her right hand towards the front, so trying a few swings. At first they were a bit clumsy and heavy-handed, but even after only a few swings, she was starting to break there. How to wield it. How to properly use it. Let's break all of this up. The weight of the weapon. was still very basic, but even after a few years, she was starting to understand her. It was still very basic, but even she was starting to understand how break that up. She was even surprised how light glue become what looked and felt initially like such a heavy weapon that lightning between them. Terry was still watching in disbelief the past few days. Break that up. Past few days for her have been a little whirlwind, but never in her life did she think she would be seeing her best friend able to hold and swing what essentially she thought was a flat blade on a giant stick. Somehow, none of it felt real. And yet, everything was real. She was still trying to comprehend it all. Luna was making with Sophia, while Cynthia noticed Terry looking at her friend dumbstruck and wanted to before leaning into her there. So, do you still think I'm trying to manipulate the pair of you? Terry turned to Cynthia, still in disbelief, before turning back to Sophia and Luna, who were now walking out of the chamber past the duo. We're heading to the lab to get some practice in. Not sure in a minute, Sophia responded, as Luna and Sophia continued walking and talking to the lab. Me and Terry. Terry was still in shock. Sophia was pretty seen in her plan to get Sophia to join had worked. You know, sweet, said Terry, had time to try on full display. You can always walk into the sand and accept your fate if you wish. Excuse me. Terry gives me another stare. She wanted to hate her, and yet she had just proven Terry wrong. Meanwhile, Cynthia enjoyed teasing the little girl who burst into her office, so confident of proving her wrong before proving the little girl wrong. It was something she'd done all living and no problem doing to prove a point. Oh, it's Centre. Okay. Listen, sweet, if you want information, back to me after. Cynthia then walked out of the chamber, leading Terry in her room. Terry had a big decision to make. Was she going to walk away from this, from all this, or was she going to join? She could possibly join Sophia. Could she? Could she? She could. She won the decision and realised she was the only one stood in the chamber. Realising this was quite dangerous, she turned to leave to catch up with Cynthia and return to the lab to see if Bex truly did have the answer to her thorny predicament. My headphones died? Hang on. Yeah, let me swap to the other one. There we go. The Bluetooth was playing up for some reason. 10 more pages to go. 10 more, come on. Shout Trey, while the others were walking to the internet, Killer's Hunter was wandering the streets of the Cross Island. He initially got to get away from the others when Bex had contacted him about a signal ship he didn't want him to investigate. By now he was used to the doom of moving across the shattered windows. Break that up. The shattered windows broken up. Dust guys, this was not Madison. So we're going to go Hunter. I've always been Hunter, what names familiar with. No. I want it to be in order to. In order to keep in contact with Bex as a base, Bex developed earpieces. She developed earpieces. The earpieces were smaller but the same. Hunters. No. Smaller but the same. Bexa developed it in a way to keep hidden security so that nightmares couldn't steal it. The ability to the watch, which allowed Bexkeep to track Hunter and guide. The voice of Hunter was Rosa, an AI program that Bexa created and managing all the complexities of the base. Hunter did when Rosa, she wasn't too intrusive. She wasn't too intrusive, she was very helpful at times. Very helpful at times, yeah. Very helpful at times. That needs to be capital. Yeah, she knew about Hunter and his darkness and wasn't afraid to ask him about it. This led to several heated arguments between the two, with the tension between them increasing as more darkness grew in Hunter's body. Though they were professional, they left their issues with each other. On this occasion, Hunter just ignored Rose's question and carried on, keeping his eyes out for any nightmares hidden in the darkness. That needs to be capitalized, and then that needs to be capitalized. But Rosa wasn't going to draw this. You can't ignore further. Why not? Hunter replied. You ramble on all the sides. We must focus on the mission at hand. So we're not going to talk about you abandoning. I didn't abandon them. I left them in the care of Luna. You know Luna is an experience. You take a left. Rosa was guided toward the destination, so Hunter kept being suspicious. Hunter followed the direction, taking a left down the dark and dreary street. Continue the conversation. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Lucius keep it alone. The pair will do well with his guidance. So much. Yeah. Rosa was very useful when Hunter simply explained to her what was happening to Hunter and how he needed to fight her. Though Rosa tried hard, she just couldn't go through what she was determined to try. Break. But she was so much right, even making him annoyed. She carried on. You were quite healthy, you choose to me. And I always tell you, I don't need anyone's help. Break. I can do this on my own. Hunter starting to get agitated contemplating from Rosa breaking away again. His composure. Darkness isn't going to still spread. How far it spread? Doesn't matter how far it spread. I need to become stronger. Because then everybody from what you fight to want to hate. I can take the pain. I know that if I keep fighting, I can push through and eventually defeat it. Both were now starting to raise their voices. Hunter could feel the blood pumping through his body. He was just about done with the discussion. You're a fool, you know. You should be asking for help from your friend, especially when they start during the rally, isn't it? Hunter snapped. He stopped walking as the anger burst out in a fit of rage. Hang on. Mark, there we are. Listen, I don't need help. I've never needed anyone's help. All I need is more strength. Now can we drop this silly conversation and get on with the mission, please? Silence filled the air as Hunter stared straight down the street. And he left his gun and stare into. He waited for a response. From Rosie after a bit there was no response. Hunter moved to compose himself and carried on. Eventually he reached the destination as he walked into the courtyard. It was a different style of courtyard to the one he had met Sphere and Terrian. This courtyard was open for exits, each exiting in a different direction. The deteriorated found itself in the middle of the courtyard. No water to be seen, with chips and chunks taken out of it. Break. A round monument stood 8 to 10 feet high in the middle of it, where the water would have flowed out. Buildings surrounded each corner, most had wide. Break here. Most had wide windows at the front, all of them smashed in and broken. Some had canopies. Break here. Some had canopies hanging off the hinges, while others, their canopies have fallen altogether. Looking around, Hunter determined this must have been some sort of shopping hub. Though he would never sure until he scanned the area, but that wasn't why he was here. And this time the face was watching it projected a map, and it projected a map. Blue in colour with black outlines. The map showed a signal which Beth mentioned it covered the entire courtyard. The best could play signal, she couldn't pinpoint them. That's why Hunter was sent to investigate. Hunter started using his right hand to interface with the map, navigating menus at ease. He found an icon marked RSS and touched it, dismissing the map afterwards. He then tapped on his earpiece to bring up another screen that sat in front of his left eye. The mini screen had a cursor when it attracted his eye. With a label marked Reality Shift Center, which was scanning the environment for any reality shifts. He started slowly walking around the courtyard, looking in all directions. Not just for reality shifts, but also anything suspicious. After looking for something, the cross be prepared for anything, anytime. To be a trainer tends to be on these out missions. It took a few minutes before the OSS picked something up. One of the corner buildings on the far side of the courtyard. Hunter materialized one of his blades just in case. He slowly made his way to the building, checking all angles and spaces. The building itself was no different from any of the others. Break. The wide window of the broken canopy will not like a few flower pots smashed in front. The door had been broken in and was barely hanging on by its hinges, with the wood well worn out. Hunter slowly tapped inside, his senses now on high alert. Inside it had been wrecked. Shelving scattered the floor. Snapping to pieces. Break. A few were still on the walls, but had been cleared of all objects. Glass also covered the floor, presumably from when the window had been broken in. There were also a few lanterns which had been busted, which Hunter guessed were used to light up the place at night. Beyond the window was a wooden counter, still standing. Still standing. It was still standing in shaped in places, also well worn from the elements. Hunter was in a shop room within the store. The stock had been cleared, so the wood thought how it should have been. The OSS was trying to focus on the sources. Ignore break. Looking around the allocation. One spot behind the counter. Shop before. Yeah, it's scanning and sensor. Understanding passes blade over and strike. With his other hand showing the ball light is secondary. He stopped just before the counter, then leapt over and turned back around to find nothing. Hunter disposed of the lightning bolt and blaze. The OSS now found a source of the signal, the left wall behind the counter. Though there was no visible sign, the mini screen showed what Hunter was looking for. On the mini screen, the wall showed cracks in it, with light bleeding through the cracks and a faint glimmer showing off. No one knew what a reality shift looked like, so the image shown on the screen was an approximation. Nevertheless, this was important. Break. A reality shift, a connecting point between the cross and Earth. This is what the nightmares were after. Highway killers had to stop them discovering the reality shifts whatever the cost. Hunter knew this well. That's why he was so against Sophie. But now he had no choice. Hang on. Go back here. Sophie was now only to live with that decision. Hunter snapped back into reality, having been lost in thought from them. His attention immediately went back to the reality shift that had been found. He had to report. Before he could do that, he heard a smashing noise outside the shop, which got his attention. He wasn't alone. Rose had taken over the reality shift. Hunter was walking slowly looking his way out of the building, his blades now drawn near. He started looking around for the source of the sound. His senses now fully aware of everything around him. He was listening, watching for anything unusual out of the ordinary. He crossed the courtyard to the other side when the first step of mine caught his attention. Barrier. He screamed as he threw out his left arm over the face of his head. In a flash, his watch projected the same hexagonal dome. Hunter encased branding and covered most of the courtyard. If there was someone here, they were now trapped and weren't going anywhere. And he turned around, and sure enough, there stood. Yeah, I'm gonna break that. Sure enough, there stood a male figure in plain view. Figure trying to wear a double blazer, unbuttoned shirt in black. Shirt underneath with his faded black trousers and black boots with dark blue lacing. His purple glazed purple trim was standing features as he stood on the other side of the faction. Another nightmare, how surprising. Hunter remarked sarcastically as the figure smirked back and shrugged off the comment. I was wondering where you were going to turn. The figure replied, and who exactly are you meant to be? My apologies. As the figure bowed and stood up again, stood straight again. As the figure bowed and stood straight up again. My name is Silas and I was merely trying to be quiet. What do you mean quiet enough? Given that you're now trapped doing it. Perhaps I was doing it intentionally. It's not like with a nightmare would be quite intentionally. You realise you're not going to survive. Perhaps I already know that. Besides, I've messed with Lord Byron. He says you. He is impressed with your progress. The darkness is developing light. He only can't wait for you to join me. This statement made. I need that. There we go. Swap out of his face. Does his lordship truly think that I will succumb to the darkness? Does he not know I will conquer the dark? I will conquer. You still don't understand it. Besides, you know the true potential of the darkness you possess, do you? The smile revealing his face of Hunter's sarcasm now on full display. I know the darkness inside of me better. You all let the dark. All of you let the darkness consume you, while I control it. Oh really? If you truly have your darkness under control, why cover it up and hide it? When I showed off everyone to see, the smile on his face disappeared. He didn't have his darkness under control. The Silas knew that. His arrogance had led to right side. He carried on. You still have no understanding of the dark. If you truly had it under control, not only would you be able to wield it, but you wouldn't hide it away. Accept your fate, your honor. You could be one of Orban's greatest warriors. All you need to do is embrace the darkness within you. Silas had enough. Heard enough from Silas. Sick of being left by someone with you. So darkness punctuate. Hunter drew his blades and he walked himself as Silas. Silas materialized the weapon of his own. A rapier which usually defenders Hunter struck with both blades. The sides were moved by a thin machine enough to counter Hunter's strike. The two began to battle and scrap. Both leading light weapons. They relied on their movement to give them the advantage. Both were trying to use their footwork to assert their dominance. Sound of steel clashing and chains rattling filled the air. Silas was quick on his feet, but so was Hunter. Both were at a stalemate. Hunter recognized that Silas was a better player than Bran, so Silas was able to read Hunter's move better than Bran did, so Hunter would have to try something different. Silas went over and slash Hunter backstepped before launching himself into the air. He sheathed his right blade as he brought his hand back across his chest. Sparks of lightning started to form. And as he created an orb ready to launch at Silas. And he'd step away again. Apologies. I want to break. Saw that. There we go. Break this sentence. As I said, form in his hand is creating a ring. Hunter shared as he launched. He was able to read the move with ease and dodged to let it go. The ball hit the ground, then a spit of sparks around the point and go left no damage. Silas up again as Hunter just landed on the monument in the fountain and materialized his right blade. This is not the right time, yeah. Silas moved towards Hunter's position, who intended backwards to meet Silas. Silas flew over the fountain and met Hunter. The two swapped the strike and each other and pushed each other. Swap strike. No. Swap the strike. Yeah, and pushed each other back as they landed on the ground. And then you have the landing. Immediately after the landing, Hunter used his reflexes to launch at Silas. Sparks fell off the ground as the power he possessed shot him. As his own power shot. Propelled, that's a better word. Propelled him towards Silas. Silas barely had enough time to recover from Hunter's attitude and was doing things really keep. As they clashed. Again, Hunter had a better idea of how Silas fought. Silas and change that because they're both doubles. He was quick, just like Hunter. His foot was essential to giving the advantage. As he was making a speed was strong, but there wasn't much power coming from Silas's strikes. For all the break, for all the quick movements and reactions Hunter had to defend himself, the strikes that Silas was using had little power in them. So Hunter didn't have time much effort to deflect him. That would be Hunter's advantage in his way to turn the tide. Silas was starting to get annoyed. Though they had managed to evenly poise, Silas thought Silas would have been done with this button behind him. Silas wanted to end this. As he went for a horizontal slash, Hunter saw his chance. He parried the slash with his left blade, sending shockwaves his arms and causing him to raise his blade. He was now wide open. Hunter took his right blade and stabbed it straight through Silas's chest, the other side. Silas didn't to react. The blade was immediately removed from impact and Hunter brought both his black swinging over a down arc rolling across Silas' stomach. Break here. This sent Silas tumbling backwards. Hunter took a moment. Silas tripped on his opponent. Blood and fog. He's now oozing out of the gash. Silas was conscious but not for long. Hunter sort of struck. Went out. Yeah, that's better. Sort of struck. Stood up. Dematerialize. Yeah. Hunter stood up and dematerialized. Threat was gone. The threat was gone. Silas went. Silas had spent a little strength he had left and saw Hunter approach his body. He smirked at Hunter. Bah, 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 bah. You and you realize that by killing me, you're helping the cause. Why am I helping you in the conflict, Silas? Soon enough. Silas' last words echoed off and Silas hung something there that he explained and listened to nothing. My voice is really starting to go now. Alright, gone. Not much left. Excuse me. You're helping the cause. Hangs on and helping the cause that existed. Their power gone. Hang on. Nightmare no longer existed. Their power gone. How could Silas. His power gone. Him help. Before Lizzie tapped his watch and retracted the barrier. Besides, he had chosen to ponder the final words. Unfortunately, silence bring away the sound of clapping. Hunter raced instantly to the town and stood in the corridor to his left. It was difficult to make out anything due to the low light and tall buildings. Break. A few broken crates here and there, broken street lamps, and yet, just on the edge of total darkness, Hunter couldn't make out the sound of the figure barely. He couldn't make out any of their clothing nor their facial features. But he could make out that the figure was clapping. Hunter braced himself, raised his eyes, blades again required, but the figure just kept clapping, almost sarcastically due to the slow speed. Did Lord Byron say he was well? Hunter shouted out. The figure stopped clapping and stood there for a moment. Hunter waited for the figure to make a move, ready to react. Instead of walking away, taking a few steps from creating a pole in the spin door. Hunter checked the side of the house and showed him that had truly gone for Lois' guard. Why was the figure there? Was he a little longer his back? He told the man outside. I said, "You elbow the calls." That was still unanswered. All these questions and queries ran through Hunter's mind as he pondered all for some bread silence. So, do you want to accept that there are things about Alice you may not know? Understand. Rose's generated voice cut through the silence like a knife. That grin on Hunter Rose did a point. Maybe there were things he didn't know about the diamonds. Hunter didn't know that. Perhaps there are. He sighed heavily. He didn't like to admit. He didn't like to admit that he was wrong. So when he was ahead of heart. It's about something. No, Hunter responded. I don't need help. I need to do more research. It doesn't matter how much you do. You still won't be able to defeat it unless you open up and see how. A different voice entered Hunter's head, one that he was very familiar with. It was that of his spirit. Hunter and his spirit were very true to each other. They were able to work break this up. They were able to work together. Well together in battle. They could feel what the other was feeling. This is how the spirit knew something was wrong with Hunter. And they knew it for some time. Hunter knew this as well, but just like everyone else, he didn't want his spirit getting involved in his private matters. Cedric, I told you not to get involved in my business. We fight together and that is it. I know how powerful the darkness is, Cedric responded. When I faced the darkness back in the story, I felt his power firsthand. The strength, the power, and the desire for more, to consume all in darkness and shade, hidden a very manipulative power. I can feel it now tainting you, manipulating you inside, tempting you. To let it take control of you. Ridiculous. If the darkness truly manipulated me, I would have already been consumed by it. Yet here I stand. I have learned how to count. I think that's true. Have you though, or you nearly fallen off this shit? Are you tricking yourself into believing you're in control when you in fact it is in control, thereby giving Lord Byron what he wants. You as one of them. Hunter took a moment to consider what Cedric had said. He knew. He knew Cedric was right. But he didn't want to believe it. Hunter the top button of his trench coat and moved one of the chain's side as he lowered it off. Left shot, exposing the vestibule underneath. It was a simple vest, black with a zip down the middle, and was using extra layer protection. Hunter zipped slightly and lifted it up to look at his chest and left shoulder. There covering his body was the darkness. The black miasma that turned his skin pure black. Tainted. His body almost black. The miasma itself was underneath the skin that broke through his normal skin colour to reveal itself. It had started with heart and moved down his left shoulder, all the way to his left arm and hand, which is why he wore the glove only on his left hand to hide it. He noticed that the miasma was now spreading to the other side of his chest. Currently sitting in the middle of his chest. Currently sitting in the middle. Sitting in the middle. There the miasma started to... There the miasma started to fade into his skin until all traces of it gone. It hadn't spread over his entire body, but it was starting to. Did I say with it? Yeah. Yeah. I was just trying to think, like, did I say where the miasma had started? Yeah, started in his heart. Actually, I wanted to go the other way. And moved up. Up his left. Through left shoulder and heart. Which is why he was living this under height. He was seeing this, but the other side of his chest started to fade into his skin. So trace. I know you're trying to turn. There we go. I know you're trying to protect us. I know you don't want to suffer any harm. If you open, you're getting the wrong. Can you stop bringing this up? If you open up to the right, that will start to fade. Set. Stop checking for the. There we go. Cedric was right. Hunter was doing all of this for Sophia. Ever since he became a Nemi killer, he had been suffering this issue with this darkness that he carried. At first, it was just another thing to deal with, nothing major, nothing to worry about. And then it started to grow. The more that he fought the nightmares, the stronger the darkness grew, the more he learned about its power and how it corrupts. That's why he abandoned Sophia, because he didn't want to hurt her. He feared what would happen if the darkness did take over him, what he would do to her. That's why he removed himself from her life. He was protecting her from the threat that was himself. That was him. But now Sophia had found him and joined as a nightmare killer. It was his worst fears come true. With the darkness everywhere inside him, Sophia now in close proximity. See? The chances of him lashing out at Sophia were increasing by the day. Maybe if he did open it up, maybe she could help break that sentence up. She knew his secret now. She knew. Why Hunter left her. What would be so bad about asking for help? No, he thought, as he steeled his mind from his thoughts. This was not her problem to deal with, no one else's. This was his problem. This was his problem, his role alone. He had to deal with this. He had to find a solution with this, and this was his burden to deal with. Hunter cleared his mind of the interest as if his first apocalypse coming. We need to scan the area, see if there are any more reality shifts in detail if the best she can recreate it. Rose went to in the store. Rosie didn't argue as Hunter brought on the mini screen again. Rose restoration project. Stop on the screen. As Hunter started mapping the impact still here. Hunter could feel a slight hint of disappointment in such repeating order. The darkness inside the necessity of even evaluating herself, even Sophia. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. We're getting there. We're getting there. No. We're getting there. Right. Chapter 9. As a family meeting in the training tennis and the radio screen still was terrible. The amount of information being shown was staggering. Oh, we haven't got far. They were looking at the information being sent by Hunter. Bex, an overhead map of the region on one screen showing the area. Break that sentence up. There was information about types of material on one screen being similar to what the area could look like. One screen was showing an episode of Black Adder, which I remember asking about the father at the time. So I was trying to explain how the restoration project worked. There we go. Just change that to the restoration project. So, what the restoration project does is scan the environment. Yeah. So, what the restoration does is scan the environment, scan material, objects, structural buildings, as well as civil objects in the area. Then it takes all of that data in from it, creates an approximation of what the area could look like for the reckoning. Tony was taken back by whether she's in long natural clearance over the past few days, but even so, no, that's fine. But even so, she was still being blindsided completely. The guy she's asking questions, how this is possible? Well, Bex replied, we're able to do it through AR technology. The earpiece in the module Hunter is wearing both brings us into the system we can hit base at the lab. The system then generates the image based on the scan, which is then sent back to the lab. Hunter can then use the devices to project the recreated image into the real world. We then use that to see how estimation will be an accurate recreation, then adjust as necessary, going back and forth with changes. Why is this technology widely available? Oh, AI technology is widely available. People are investing in VR and AI technology right now. All that metaverse rubbish everyone's talking about. No one really wants to push AR. Maybe it's not having any barriers over technology VR. No, I mean this technology, why isn't this particularly available to the public? No, this is public, even the board members can be aware of this. Boss keeps it all to herself. But it's her own board. Surely she must tell them what's going on in the company. In her company. How can she keep this a secret? You've met Boss, haven't you? You felt like commanding presence. How she can bend people to her will. That's why we call her Boss. She terrifies the board. Thus, they don't answer back to her. Plus, anything if she like financial accounts, she might have as research. If technically is research, just not in media, but no one needs to know that. Does anyone else know about this place? Only the researchers in the building, but no one else works in it. Boss uses this place to work in peace, escape the public eye. Everyone's going to too much real Cynthia Lockhart, only the biggest media corporation in the world. So I'm so want to escape, so we can help. Terry was conflicted how you brought this to herself and to any of her senior staff. On the other hand, she knew first how that Terry had something could be. Her friends and all were sure to be able to get what she wanted. Still, one question was bugging her. One thing that bound this whole project together, one thing that Terry just couldn't understand. Why do this? Why do all of this? All the computers, the rest of secrecy, why? Simple, I believe in Boss. Based on Terry's slightly confused, but you can see. Cynthia told by spending one year to get Terry on board, how they were essential to keep it secret and keep it across on a secret. Bex had no choice but with Terry about why she joined. I studied with Cynthia Lockhart media 8 years ago. I joined the research group looking for new ways to develop media products. New media products. I was leagues ahead of my colleagues while they were messing. media. Thank you. I was leagues ahead of my colleagues. I am necessarily on social media, trying to figure out to maximize engagement. I go on camouflage. I was wearing camouflage and a good light stream. I was on a whole level. Boss lady didn't call me and told me I had a great time that was being wasted. She had a far better project from me. She told me about the Nightmare Killer's brother. He's getting a story actually. In a way I felt connected to her. I lost my father to cancer when I was young. I never really knew him. All I know about him is the old TV show he played. I want our boss give the opportunity to see a love. Break here. The opportunity to see a loved one. The boss had a chance and I wanted help with that. So with the past, Terry could see small tears falling. The pain of losing a loved one so close to you, he was something Terry had never been through before. Was it really that strong? Could he really drive people to do such things? Max carried on. Well, so there we go. Boss gave me an unlimited budget all the time I needed. I spent a few years researching the phenomenon, trying to understand it, building. Breaking that sensor, trying to understand it, building facilities, gathering devices, trying different things, eventually school I needed to do. I had to capture the signal from phantom portals. I wanted to use them to recreate the portals for our own use. I set up scanners all around London trying to find spots where portals could appear. I went for so long with nothing, and then one day a portal suddenly appeared in front of one of my scanners. I had a full force reading from it, and then translated that reading into code. That eventually create the portals that we use today. From there, everything else fell into place. The computers, the gears, even the tracking system uses similar code to the board. It all suddenly fell into place. Okay, so the mistake conversation from yesterday. But why? You can have your entire life this way. Why do you Max felt insulted? After pouring out hard time, I started to still question if I could have taken place. I believe in boss, do you believe in Sophia? Terry was taken back. Why would she not believe in her best friend Sigma? Ask her, yes, unequivocally yes. Then why are you supporting the Nightmare Killer? Why are you supporting her life choices? If after everything you've been through with your friend, if you still have faith in her, then why are you supporting Sigma with the Nightmare Killer? The moment of Walker's eyes was cut off by the little one of the monitors. Their heads turned to the sound. Bex tapped the earpiece in her ear. Time to receive the scan of the courtyard. Now, Bex started typing away the keyboard, flashes of light flow. Wasn't what her monitor Terry was paying attention now. She was still thinking about what Bex said. Her words come right through her all this time. Break. All this time she had been looking at this from her perspective. She never thought to look at it from Sophia's perspective, though, how she felt from all of this. To lose someone so close to her, only now to get an opportunity to see them again. That's what Sophia was like. Finally it became clear. Everything that Sophia was during break. That's just the choices she made all the way through the changes. All the emotion and she's been through. It was all because of how painful this was and how she didn't want to feel that pain again. Yeah, okay. Terry started feeling guilty, feeling bad for how she had treated her friend. Maybe she should have been more supportive from the start. Maybe she break. Maybe she should have been a legacy. Maybe she should have been known for herself. This philosophy in her Jade saved the one she loves. He saw some more race to her hands, best thing to work with the computer and whatever was going on next to her. One more scene. Sophia leaving Cynthia and then move to one of the training rooms. Oh, it's real quiet. Yeah, whatever. Sophia and Cynthia now moved to one of the training rooms. Luna had set Sophia with a hologram doing to press against the true repetitions. Just standing in front of Sophia, ready to react to her. Luna had set Sophia up with a hologram doing the green wire projection. Just standing in front of them. Was standing in front of Sophia, ready to react to her. Sophia stood at the back of the room watching on. She had no worries about being attacked and was happy enough to stand in the training room. Soon apprentice symbol strikes against them, learning to wield a glue effectively. Though she'd never seen or heard of a glue in her life, she had difficulty in wielding it. However, the strikes in the base of nature. So how does it feel? Come on! Quite natural to feel impressed by a response. So if I not feel, not surprising. That feeling. Break. Here. That feeling is the spirit working in tandem with you, guiding you to strike effectively. In time, as you do more training, you and your spirit feel like you're working as one. Break. Think of it as two people controlling my body. Good spirit to go in my body's spheres. Worry about Luna's state with two people controlling my body. If you can send a response, you have to worry about that spirit. You have so much power they can't take over your body. You can't take over your body completely, but they can aid you in movement and technique. At this point, Sophia took it in her arms, almost like a small child. She looked around, but couldn't see anyone near her. Excuse me? Luna was stood a few meters away and Cynthia was leaning against the back of the wall. And the sensation continued. Luna recognized the puzzle and knew what was happening. That spirit tried to tell you something. Luna critically wondering what he was going on about. As she looked up and the tugging reappeared in her arms. Sophia looked down again, her arms still the sound of anyone else. It must be the spirit then, she thought. But how? How could a spirit cause a sensation? As she started to get used to it, she felt the tugging wanting her to lift her arms up. Sophia decided to trust in the spirit if it truly was there and started lifting her arms. The tugging led her to lifting her arms above her head, laying with her left hand. Break here. Her left hand placed just below the base of the blade and the right hand further down the shaft towards the hilt. It was a bit awkward for Sophia to understand, but she decided to follow the spirit's lead on this. The spirit then tugged at Sophia to lunge forward. Sophia followed by putting the left foot forward, kicking off the ground with her right foot and lunging with the blade. Twisted wide dummy defended. The spirit then motioned with the other one upwards, when she followed the dummy, having to move their blade to defend. For the next few minutes, Sophia followed the motions given to her by the spirit. Each tug instructing her form a different attack. The attacks themselves were very disjointed. A trained fighter would have been able to easily pass them and go for the kill. However, with each strike, Sophia was learning to work alongside her spirit. Has my microphone been muted this whole fucking time? Ah. That's annoying. That's annoying. That is very, very annoying. I'm so sorry. But I am done. Right. That is it. I am done. And that means that next time we can actually get moving with this and hopefully get some progress on chapter 9. I'm off for a week. I'll be back on the 26th. See you then. Bye.